So it's 7:30 in the morning and I'm on my way to set. I've only been up for 45 minutes. Only had one coffee, which is never a good way to start the day. Usually when I'm working at home, like in the studio or whatever, I don't start till 10 or 11. It gives me a chance to have 2 coffees and just for my throat to warm up. Luckily today, I don't have any lines. Maybe a good thing, maybe a bad thing. Depends on how you look at it. But at least there's no stress from having to remember my lines. This is my first day of filming in 6 months. Obviously, you know, the same here as in many countries. The industry has been very, very quiet because of the epidemic and da 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 da. So hopefully, even though I've been out of the game for a while, things should go smoothly today. Here's hoping. As you can see outside, it's a bit overcast today. I'm actually wearing shorts, but it's a lot chillier this morning than I expected it to be. Hopefully as the day goes on it's going to warm up. I mean, you know, we're inside filming. It's an internet commercial, so hopefully it won't be too cold. I am a chilly egg. So it's my first time to this studio. Everything's already set up. It's a really quiet area. No Starbucks here, which is always a disappointment. So I have no idea what they're doing, because yesterday when I put this wig on at fitting, they just put it directly on my head. And now they've put the net on to keep it in place, but they've also stuffed the net, because they were saying last night that the wig was designed for a Chinese head and that my head was too different. So they've stuffed the hairnet to, I guess, fill out the wig a little bit more. Ow. So today I'm playing Copernicus, and I say playing very tentatively because it's a internet ad, so there's not exactly much acting to do. Basically they hired me because I have no hair, so it's easy to wear a wig. I don't know. And I guess I have a kind of shape face similar to Copernicus. I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing his name right. So yeah, do I look like Copernicus? So the hair is done, and I'm told that I look incredibly like Copernicus. What do you think? That's a lot of hair. Either Copernicus or a 1970s rock star. So we haven't done the makeup yet. I'm not sure what they're going to do, but I met with the director just now and she seems very happy with the way I look. So my costume is basic, to say the least. I think this is all I'm going to get because that's all they've shown me. So yeah, so far so good. So I've been on set for 8:30, 5.5 hours now, and all they've done is my wig. They spent most of the time preparing Queen's proposal, and now they've told me that I'm having to go to a second shooting location, which is an hour away from here, which wasn't in the original plan. So yeah, just a typical day on a Chinese production set. So it's important to note that this is why you make everything very, very clear before you acting job. I mean, in any country. It doesn't matter whether you're working in China, UK, America. From what I understand, there'll always be productions that try and change things at the last minute. But as long as you have everything in writing and, you know, they understand beforehand, you know, what your requirements are and what you expect of them, you know, you have something to work with. So as soon as I arrived, they said, oh, sign the contract, sign the contract. And I spoke to my agent and I said, look, there is no way this is going to finish within my contracted time. So I'm not signing this contract until everything's done. So I just, you know, have a feeling that something's not going to work out right today. And then here we are, almost at the end of my contracted time, and haven't even started filming. And I'm assuming that my scene is going to be very simple, but who knows how long it's going to take, you know? It's taken an hour just to set up this very short shot here. So we've got an hour drive to the next shooting location, then setting up the cameras, doing my makeup, setting me up, then shooting me. So even if it's something very simple, it's still going to take probably 7 more hours. So yeah, I mean, I'm kind of pissed that I'm not going to be getting out of here on time, but at least I know that I'm going to be compensated for the extra time. So it's like, okay, bit of extra pocket money, you know. What can you do? So finally at the second location, I had to sit outside for 45 minutes because apparently they wouldn't allow foreigners onto the set. So this area is in some way connected to Beijing Film Academy. And this is just like a mansion of some kind that's used for filming TV shows and movies. But for whatever reason, they didn't want to let foreigners in. So the producer had to run to the local government office to get me a special dispensation in order to better just get into this building, which is kind of crazy. But finally in now and getting makeup done. So should be filming my actual scene in a couple of minutes. Woo woo. And that is a wrap. Well, that was definitely a different day. Yeah, you know, I always say you should expect anything on shoots, but especially with commercials or internet ads or whatever. They're always so jinjiang, anxious and nervous and time sensitive, and when things go wrong, which they most often do in a production like this, yeah, they go wrong quite badly. But you know, they got me registered and they got me in, and I filmed for less than 5 minutes. I sat on a chair, which I could have done in the first location, and no lines, just looked into the camera, smiled, looked away, looked back, done. 3 takes, director says, okay, perfect, thank you. And that was it, and I was gone. So yeah, just another day on the record. Now, home.